Well, bom dia YouTube. I left Porto this morning. That was the plan. I'm going north. That was also the plan. But other than that, things aren't exactly going as planned. But, well, the problem is simply the weather is really bad today. I was hoping to visit a town called Braga this morning, one of the oldest towns in all of Portugal. And then head further north to the Gerês, I will look that up, I promise, National Park, right at the Spanish border in the far north of Portugal, which is still pretty far south if you look at it from where I usually live. Well, anyway, I will skip Braga for today because tomorrow the weather is supposed to be a lot better later, but for now I gotta go do some driving. It's about 35 or 40 kilometers left to my accommodation for tonight, which should be very nice. The reviews I read were all raving about it. So let's do some more driving and then see what else hits us there. Hitting bad weather like this isn't exactly what I had in mind when I started this trip, but hey, it can happen. You have to roll with the punches, I guess. Tomorrow the weather is supposed to be much better again, and today I might just, well, enjoy that little hotel that I booked a bit more than planned. And so the change of plans is tomorrow I might actually visit the national park that I'm heading to, go for a hike there and hopefully see some waterfalls and other wonders of nature. And then the day after that I will head back south, visit Braga on the way, and then head towards the Douro Valley and follow that. So hopefully that will work out with much better weather. I'm literally driving through clouds here, I think. So I am already in the national park now, and even though the weather is still pretty bad, I want to step outside and admire the view. It's just like 2 more kilometers to the hotel, so I'm almost there, and I'll have a very short, very last minute break. So the rain has stopped, well, not stopped completely. It's still a light drizzle, or maybe it's just water getting blown up here. But the view in this national park is great even when the weather is not so perfect. But don't worry, tomorrow's supposed to be sunny. We'll be back here for a nicer and bluer view. Okay, last bit to the hotel. Here we go. I found the hotel. It's a really cool old building from the outside, but on the inside it's really modern and stuff, and I love it. Let's do a quick room tour. Here we go. Gotta insert the card, of course. And this is my super lovely 25 square meters hotel room for 2 nights. I added a night because my plans changed a bit, so I will stay here for 2 nights and explore the national park tomorrow. So look, you have this super nice king-size bed, 2 nightstands, this little desk, which is not really, so you can tell this isn't a business hotel because that's not a desk. But for vacation, it's absolutely perfect. And the bit of stuff that I need to do on the computer, I can do it there, standing. You have a TV, some nice pictures from the area, I guess. Oh, an otter. There's also a little balcony. That's my rental car down there. More on that later. And of course the cupboard is still safe in there, we'll see. No, there isn't, but that's fine as well. I don't have any valuables I need to store in there with me. So don't get any ideas. Okay. Oh, the bathroom. Of course, we need to see the bathroom. Which is, shall I say, a lot larger and nicer than at the hotel I stayed in Porto. See, you have this. The shower is like, oh, I will so enjoy that. With those 2 shower heads. Of course, you have a loo. And all of this looks like it's been like renovated only recently, in the last couple of years or something. This is all very new, and oh, I like the modern look in this old building. So you even, I guess you have SpongeBob or whatever that is supposed to be. Yeah. That's the room, I gotta say. I really like it. Okay, so this is Cabril in the very north of Portugal. 512 people are living here. And it's my stop for 2 nights. Well, of course, I'm not gonna stay here all the time. It's just a little village. I will explore the surroundings a bit. But I gotta say, when you look back here, that's my hotel there with a blue car in front. And that's the church bell. I gotta say, it's really nice here. Let's go take a bit of a walk. I've noticed that here in Portugal, and I've noticed that in France as well, they like putting dates on places' names. So in Portugal, I totally know what the 25th of April is, because that day in 1974 is when the Carnation Revolution happened and they got rid of their semi-fascist regime, but I have no idea what happened on the 1st of May here. I mean, in most of Western Europe, that's Labor Day, but I don't know if that's what it means. You have any idea? Let me know in the comments. So even a village of 500 people gets its own church, and a very cute one at that. So the clouds are lifting now, and seriously, look at this view. I hope the camera can catch it appropriately. Here it is, I know what that is. And wow, look what the weather did. It got a lot better. Okay, I found a hotel, no, I found a restaurant online that I want to check out for tonight. Ponte Novo, I think is the name, and I hope it's already open. It's just 6:45 in the evening now. You know, Portuguese restaurants sometimes open up pretty late for dinner. That's just the local customs. But I'm trying my luck. Oh, come on. It's all good. Okay, I call this a dinner with a view. Okay, I am back at the hotel, so that was dinner. Let's say the food was okay, the view was amazing, so I'm not complaining. And tomorrow we will get to the real purpose of this video, so please stay tuned. Until then, I will see you in a second. Good night. And bom dia again, YouTube. It's the next morning. I've had a pretty good sleep. I've had an amazing breakfast. This place offers the whole selection, really. And today is finally the day that we will get to explore this national park. There's two things I want to do first. I want to go see a famous waterfall around here, and then I'm going to go on a hike on something that is called the 7 Lagoons Trail. And if there's any time and energy left after that, I'm sure we can figure something else out, but I'm not going to make any promises that I can keep. But first, let's have a look at the weather today. It's quite promising. For now, it's still quite foggy, but like mist hanging in the mountains. But I'm sure that will eventually clear up and we will get some nice views today. So let's head out.
In 1,8 Kilometern halb rechts abbiegen auf Ruhr, du Immigrante. Rechts abbiegen, dann halb links abbiegen auf Ruhr.
Well, there goes Apple Maps' plan. It wanted to direct me straight past that sign that says no entry. Well, I parked my car here and I guess I'll have to walk the remaining 1.5 kilometers, which isn't too bad really, and also looks very beautiful around here. So let's walk to that waterfall. You will have guessed by now, Cascata means waterfall. One thing I've learned is Quinta is a vineyard. So let's have a look. Staying at the same hotel as me. They actually arrived last night just walking with their backpacks and that path was not easy to find. So if you ever want to visit that waterfall, you can use this video as a reference so you don't get lost. That's my first destination for the day. Smaller than Victoria Falls and harder to get to, and totally worth the effort. They have a trash bin that is actually in the pond. And now I'm wondering, whose job is it to empty that? And how does he get here? Probably the same way as I did. Okay, two things I've learned about waterfalls is that one, some scientists believe that waterfalls generate negative ions in the air around them, which can improve oxygen uptake and thus your mood. So after visiting one, you feel better. I don't know if that is true. I felt pretty good when I came here, but it's nice to know anyway. Also, waterfalls in many cultures have a spiritual meaning because they are pretty much a symbol for constant change, for constant renewal. I mean, think of it. You can never stand in the same waterfall twice because it will be different water. Okay, on my way back to the car, just a few more thoughts. So, for some reason, I know some scientists say that waterfalls can like lift you up, and I would absolutely not disagree with that. It's just that I also find them extremely calming, even with all the noise that they make and stuff. They just have this soothing effect on me. I remember many years ago, I was on a road trip through Scandinavia with some of my friends, and somewhere in northern Norway, north of the polar circle, we found this waterfall that was much larger than this one, really. And it was loud, of course. And we decided to set up our tent very close to the foot of the waterfall. And we stayed there for like 2 nights, and we slept like logs. Like we were, every evening we were out like a light, even though that waterfall was so loud all the time. So it does have like a calming effect. What do you think? Let me know in the comments.
Oh, hi. Nano.
I'm glad I went early, because while on my way back, first a group of 2 passed me, then another group of 2, then a group of 8, then another group of 2, and now a group of 6. And they will all end up together at that waterfall eventually, and well, it's gonna get pretty tight there. Hi. Oh, are you preggers? Huh? I'm not a vet. But that dog was pregnant, right? Like seriously pregnant. Well, you don't want to mess with these horns. And here we are. Trillo. I'm not sure if I pronounced that correctly. Please correct me in the comments if you know better. I'm trying. It's not easy. But anyway, this is apparently the start to the Seven Lagoons trail. And I will find out where to go. Well, I can't be that wrong. They sell 7 Lagoons honey here. Okay, I think I am on the right path, but I will know when there's a sharp left coming up very soon. Yep. Maybe that's the vertical cube. Not sure. So I have a feeling the highlight of the 7 Lagoons trail may not be the lagoons, but the views you get along the way. I'm still wondering where all these lagoons are and how close I'll get to them. I haven't seen one yet. There's quite some horse poo around on this trail, so apparently, obviously, some people do this on horseback. Let the poor animal do all the work. Also, I checked the Komoot app which is what I use for hiking. Yeah, like I'm doing that every day. And I'm still on the right path. This is still the 7 Lagoons trail. The lagoons will show up eventually. That may look more dangerous than it actually is, as long as you don't do a time warp here. We are reaching the farthest point of the trail and I am seeing lagoons. So let's go down there. Okay, so the 7 lagoons are all lined up like pearls on a string, and they're all at the very far end of this trail, so it's like the halftime reward you get. So these lagoons keep on going for a while, and I'm starting to think they must be more than 7. I know at first I doubted their whole existence at all, and now I'm thinking there must be more than 7, but yeah, was it worth coming here? Absolutely. Loved it down there, spent a bit of time by the lagoons. Obviously I couldn't film too much down there. There were lots of people in like their bikinis and swimming clothes and little kids around and stuff, so man, gotta give people some privacy. Okay, now I'm on my way back, so it's another 5 kilometers. We will see what we get to see on the way. So it seems I took the harder path with the better views on my way there, and now I'm coming back on a more walkable path. Well, the views are still good, but not as spectacular as before. But actually, it's quite good having this path that is somewhat walkable. Well, it's pretty easily walkable on my way back, because I'm pretty knocked out by now. And it's nice to not have to balance your way right next to some steep cliff or something anymore. So this is better for the way back. I suggest if you ever do this trail, do it like that. Take the path on the left on your way to the lagoon and then go the other way back. I will show you on the map at the end of this video. On the way back from the 7 Lagoons hike, I'm thinking about two things that really struck me. First, the starting village doesn't allow cars unless you live there. That means no tourist vehicles squeezing into narrow streets, and the place keeps its quiet charm. And second, the park itself is impressively clean. No cigarette butts, no cans, no litter anywhere. Just raw, untouched nature. It feels like everyone here respects the landscape, and that makes the experience even more special. All right, and I am back. I gotta say, I'm pretty exhausted, so no, there's not going to be another trail or walk today. This is it for today, and I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you enjoyed the walk. I did, definitely. It was a lovely walk and some massively beautiful scenery. Next time around, we'll be on another road trip. So I hope you join me again then. Until then, stay safe, take care, and have a lovely day. Oh, and like and subscribe, please. First time I said this, I think. Anyway, bye-bye.